Historically, November has been kind to ODU. 17-2 all-time, including 3-1 the past 2 seasons. Saturday, a road trip to the Lone Star State for a matchup against the Roadrunners of Texas San Antonio, a team that started playing football 4 years ago.
This is the best 1-7 team in the country when you look at the statistics. I mean, they played the 44th strongest schedule in the country. They played the toughest non-league schedule of anybody in the country. They had the #1 strength of schedule in non-league.
Last week against Western Kentucky, Schuler Bentley had the best game of his career, but David Washington, if healthy, will get the start at the Alamo Dome.
The knee looks fine. It's a little bit sore, but he was moving well in the pocket. There were some situations today against the blitz he had to move, and he looked fine. So as long as he feels good through the week, he'll start Saturday.
ODU's offensive line is banged up, and the athletic Washington can extend plays with his legs.
So both games that he's played significant reps in have been our highest productivity of the year on offense, and we're very mindful of that as coaches.
Old Dominion is stacked with youth. There are only 10 seniors on the roster. One of them, safety Falante Misher, the second leading tackler in school history, and he's focused on the Monarchs getting 3 more wins, which would make them bowl eligible.
There's a pressure to get these last 3 wins to get to a bowl game. I would love to go to a bowl game my last year, and that's the pressure I'm putting on the team to have more success. But not really pressure as in we nervous about the next opponent. Just the pressure of getting the next 3 wins.
They are just like their head coach. They're fired up. They're ready to go. They're excited. We know we need to win this game, and that's our mindset.
Old Dominion, 10-point underdogs against Texas San Antonio. In Norfolk, Brian Parsons for the Sports Wrap.
Explosive.
Electrifying.
Can take it from 0 to 100 in just a blink of an eye.
Ranked as one of the top juniors in America.
He can turn a busted play into a touchdown at any second. You never know when.
Kalen LeBourne's numbers have gone from average to record-breaking.
Some is what I expected and some is not what I expected.
A transfer from Cox High School, this 5'10" dynamo has rushed for over 1,500 yards and 24 touchdowns and is well on pace to break the Ocean Lake single-season rushing, touchdown, and career rushing records.
All the touchdowns, everything I did, I worked hard for. It is crazy numbers, but that's my expectations. That's what I work for.
It makes us feel a lot better about ourselves, because he's scoring so many touchdowns. It makes us feel a little bit better.
Really, day to day, kind of shows that he can get better and better, and I really didn't know that or could see that, until he got here.
He's narrowed his college choices down to 5. Florida State, Ohio State, Virginia Tech, Florida, and North Carolina. But he's far from done with the Dolphins.
I want to win the state championship for my first time. That's my team goal. And then my future goal in college football, to try to play as much as I can or start as a freshman. And then from my freshman on to hopefully my junior or my senior year, I can win the Heisman in between.
Kalen LeBourne. Remember the name. In Virginia Beach, Nathan Epstein for the Sports Wrap.
Coach Marcus Evans in the red and league commissioner and former NFL player Greg Scott in the white are at the center of the dispute, an argument the coach says started when one player didn't show up.
Where I got to look at them in their eyes and explain to them why they have to forfeit the game, why they can't wait 10 minutes. While I'm explaining that to him, he's coming over there now and telling them that they have to take their uniforms off.
Evans and these parents signed up for the team and cheerleaders to play in the Cover 3 Foundation League this year.
It's written in the bylaws by his board that they have 10 days until after the end of the season, and the coach is responsible for turning that gear back into him.
Hours before the game, parents received this email. It asked for the boys and girls gear to be turned in that night. The parents we talked to didn't get the email in time and didn't bring changes of clothing.
When he told me that, I said, the kids aren't taking off anything. He started running, he started saying this and saying that. I don't really want to say what he said on news, but he actually cursed me. in front of my kids.
Parents say that's when this scene erupted. I went to the Cover 3 headquarters to talk to Greg Scott. A man said Scott wouldn't speak to us. He gave us the Cover 3 attorney's phone number, who sent us this message. As with any dispute involving youth sports, the event following the football games on November 3rd were unfortunate. This is a private matter that will be addressed by the teams within the Cover 3 Youth Football League.
Okay, radio sailors, let's go and start launching. We're gonna get you off the dock before this fleet comes in.
This is the Cressy Single-Handed Sailing National Championships.
We have kids from around the country competing, 18 in each fleet.
Only one of them represents Hampton Roads.
Doesn't really hit you until you hear it from someone else.
Gray Kiger III is 18, a sailor of 10 years. He's a senior at Norfolk Academy, competing in the Cressy for a second straight year.
It's rewarding for all the hours that we spent traveling up and down the road and going to regattas. I mean, he put in the hard work. You know, I had the fun of watching him.
I spend a lot of time in the summers practicing with different coaches, traveling all over the country.
And the national championships were actually held right in Gray's backyard. This is the Lafayette River, right behind Old Dominion University, and as it turns out, that's exactly where Gray is going to be sailing in college next season.
I love it here. Mitch and Charles are great coaches, and they have a great facility.
You know, it's great to see him mature as a sailor, from a teenager into really learning how to keep his cool on the race course and stay focused.
Where the winds may take Gray's sailing career isn't certain.
I don't see him in an Olympic program particularly. I just want him to be a good sailor and enjoy it.
But he doesn't plan on giving it up anytime soon.
Well, it's definitely a sport that you can stick with your whole life. Countless friends you can make, experiences. Hope to keep going through college and after that.
On the waters in Norfolk, Nathan Epstein for the Sports Wrap.
Water? I hate being slow. I like to go fast and quick. Hey, water!
Always on the go.
She's the CEO of the football program.
Senior Carly Todd is the team manager for Atlantic Shores Christian School.
She makes everything run smoother. When she's not here, it's panic.
Hey, how much is in your bottle?
Always with a water bottle in hand.
Catch!
Screaming at people, drink water, don't cramp. I mean, she's hit me in the face with the water bottle sometimes, just throwing it at me.
And loving every minute of it.
So much fun. Bad. Can't even explain it. What about it, Ryan?
But not every step in her journey has been smooth.
Most of her childhood, she was on crutches.
Born in China, she was adopted as a special needs child at just 6 years old and had to brave through several painful surgeries because of a birth defect in her right leg.
I don't let that bother me, honestly. People do stare at it, but honestly, let them stare at it because I prove them a lot of things.
Unable to play competitive sports, her competitive drive led her down a different path.
Had no idea that this would be 5 years down the road and we'd still be doing it, and the dedication would be something I've never seen before.
Her dedication to the team has interrupted family plans, even a Taylor Swift concert.
She was like, Mom, I don't want to go. I'm like, Carly, I spent $150 on these tickets. And so she said, the team needs me more than I need to see Taylor Swift.
Never one to miss a game or a practice.
We had a Saturday morning film time and run through and some different things. She's here. She's here on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. or at 9 a.m. making sure things are ready.
Brandon, water.
She's earned the respect of teammates and parents.
It's the best water girl in Virginia right here. You know it.
At the end of the year, they throw her presents with money and flowers and standing ovations.
I admire everything she does, how she comes out every day with a smile on her face, and just the will and the work ethic that she has.
Her Chinese name is Abshao Yu, which ironically means fragile flower.
When I grow up, I want to be in the medical field, so this is a great opportunity for me to learn.
A flower that just continues to bloom. In Chesapeake, Nathan Epstein for the Sports Wrap. Last week, the Kings Fork Bulldogs slayed the beast of the Southeast, halting the Oscar Smith District win streak at 99 straight games.
We had to take it from them. They didn't give it to us. We had to take it from them, as you can see. For the people on the outside, yeah, we're that good.
We feel like we're just as talented. We work just as hard. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
So now it's back to the grind for the high-intensity head coach Scott Littles.
Pick up the tempo.
He's only 28 years old, barely a decade older than some of his players.
I think his style of coaching, it fits us better because he is so young. So he knows how to relate to us on more of a personal level.
Year one was about building the relationship, setting the expectation. Get on field! Get on field!
But he brings the swag of a state champion, having played alongside Percy Harvin in the title teams at Lansdowne.
Just look at him. He's swagged out. He do what he do, you know what I'm saying? And that's what he's trying to bring here.
The Bulldogs, led by their triple option offense and hard-nosed defense, finished 9-1, best record in school history, first ever district championship, and now the top seed in Class 4A, all in Little's second season.
It's just a great disciplined team, and if we don't play selfish, we'll win everything.
With home field advantage now in hand, Little says his team's goal is to make it back to the bus.
Right now, we're not thinking about round 2, round 3, round 4. We're thinking about round 1, trying to go 1-0 each week 5 more times. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
And the journey starts Friday against Jamestown. In Suffolk, Nathan Epstein for the Sports Wrap.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce Rader in Virginia Beach with the Ocean Lakes High School Marching Band as we get set for our special playoff edition of Friday Night Flights coming up tonight. Now, Ocean Lakes High School is the top seed in the Class 6 playoffs this year. The Dolphins are undefeated. They'll play Kellum tonight in the first round, but because of all the wet weather, the game will be played at Kellum, where they have artificial turf. Our local schools are split up between 6 different classes, depending on the student population of the school. The top 8 teams in each class make the playoffs, and a month from now, we will have 6 different state champions. So there's plenty of high school football action left. We'll have crews all over Hampton Roads, and for all the scores and highlights, join me tonight at 11 for our special playoff edition of Friday Night Flights, and I'll be back at 6 o'clock on the Sports Wrap. We'll talk more about our high school football playoff games and some key college games from around the state. I'll see you at 6.
Good morning, I'm Nathan Epstein with the Sports Wrap. With a homecoming loss to Boston College yesterday, the Hokies find themselves in unfamiliar territory. They've now lost 3 straight home games for the first time in 26 years. With a share of first place in the ACC Coastal Division standings on the line, the Hokies started strong yesterday. Ryan Willis finds Eric Kuma. Touchdown toss made it 14-7 Tech. But that lunch pail Hokie defense is battered, bruised, and inexperienced. Boston College just wore them down. Eagles tied the game on this run in the third quarter and then took the lead for good through the air a few drives later. Tech lost 28-21, but coach Justin Puente isn't using injuries as an excuse.
Nobody cares that we're young. They don't. And that's what I tell them. We're not going to use that as an excuse because it's not who we are. It's not what we're going to do. We're not going to go down that road. There's a level of expectation that we have here, and it's our job to have those guys meet it on a daily basis.
Hokies are now 4-4, 3-2 in the ACC. Tough road test next week at first place Pittsburgh, who beat Virginia in Charlottesville on Friday. Another test for the Washington Redskins this afternoon as they take on the NFL's most valuable player 2 years ago in quarterback Matt Ryan and the 3-4 Atlanta Falcons. The Redskins 5-2, first place in the NFC East, and now armed with the best defensive backfield in the game with all-pro defensive safeties DJ Swearinger and newly acquired HaHa Clinton Dix from the Green Bay Packers. Washington has won. It hasn't always been pretty, and we're now waiting for that ho-hum offense to wake up.
Really, we're not far off. Like I said, I know it's hard to believe. I've said that a couple weeks now in a row. But with the running game the way it is, we haven't had to have our passing game flourish like statistically like everybody wants it to be. But as long as we're winning games, protecting the football, that's the most important thing.
Kickoff is 1 o'clock. You can see the game on Fox 43. And the NASCAR playoffs got a little salty last week when Joey Logano took out the reigning champion Martin Truex Jr. on the last 2 turns to win at Martinsville. Logano is the first to punch his ticket to the championship round 3 more spots to decide starting today at Texas. We're going to recap the race and the Redskins tonight on WAVY News 10 at 6 and 10:45 on the Fox 43 Sports Wrap. I'm Nathan Epstein. Hope to see you then. Enjoy your Sunday.
After 10 weeks of rainy weather, the high school football playoffs begin, and we've got you covered on Friday Night Flights. I'm Bruce Rader, along with the Ocean Lakes High School Marching Band, and even though the regular season may be finished, there's still a lot of football left in Hampton Roads. The playoffs are underway, with the top 8 teams in 6 different classes advancing to the first round of the state playoffs. There are some 40 schools now playing for that coveted state championship trophy. Several teams like Ocean Lakes, Indian River, Oscar Smith, Lafayette, and Lake Taylor have dominated during the regular season, but now it's one and done. You lose, the season is over.
You don't do the job, you have an off night, you may be packing equipment on Monday and turning in equipment, and we don't want to do that. We know it's what they say in basketball, it's survive and advance.
They understand what is at stake. I think they understand that you're in a position now, you win, you continue, you lose, you go home, you pack the stuff up.
We got to come in. We know it's when to go home now, so it's hard work. That's all we got to do.
For all of your high school football coverage and the schedule for all of the playoff games this weekend, go to wavy.com and click on sports and join me for all the scores and highlights tonight at 11 on our special playoff edition of Friday Night Flights. College football tomorrow, Old Dominion is going to have its hands full against a very tough North Texas team at SB Ballard Stadium. The Monarchs are a 14-point underdog, but quarterback Blake LaRussa told us on the Old Dominion football show that he knows what he has to do to pull off another upset.
We're going to stick to our game. We're going to study them, and you know, we're going to learn from what they do. But we're also going to stay true to who we are, and you know, we're going to do that by getting our guys outside touches. We're going to practice. We're going to run the football well also. So you know, we feel good about it.
Virginia, get this, is a 23.5-point favorite to beat Liberty tomorrow in the Who's last home game of the season. And Coach Bronco Mendenhall is very happy with the fans who have started to embrace the team.
Noticeably different, the feeling in Scott Stadium this year to me. In terms of the energy, in terms of the support, the student section, there's a noticeable difference. For me to notice it on the sideline is pretty significant, but I have felt it and seen it. I'm so appreciative, and I would love to have that finish. And then, yeah, fight right to the end for the Coastal in the next 2 games after.
Virginia Tech will be a 3-point underdog at Pitt tomorrow, a key game in the ACC Coastal Division. Pitt beat Virginia by 10 points last week. Norfolk State will host Howard tomorrow. William & Mary is at Villanova. Hampton U is at Mississippi Valley State. But tonight it's about high school football, and we leave you with the Ocean Lakes High School Marching Band under the direction of Michael Parker. See you at 11 for Friday Night Flights.
With just over 2 minutes left to play, game tied at 20, and York driving for the go-ahead score against Bay River's rival War Hill, Jordan Lennon made a rare but costly mistake. Fumble gave the ball back to the Lions.
I've been looked at as the guy to carry my team to wins, and for me to just carry my team to a loss, I couldn't accept that, so I knew I had to make a play somehow, some way.
Then with 4 seconds left and War Hill going for the win from the York 35, Lennon found redemption with the play of his life. An interception, return, a touchdown as the clock hit 0.
To walk off quite in that fashion, no, that's a first for me. That's crazy.
York spoils homecoming and hands War Hill its first loss of the year.
Words can't explain, especially their home, like the circumstances of that game. It's their homecoming, they're undefeated. They have so many people in attendance. We got a pretty large away crowd. So a play like that in hostile territory, words can't explain how big it was.
I saw him sprinting in, and I thought to myself, okay, I don't have to worry about it anymore. We're done. And I sprinted down the sideline and did a crazy baseball slide, you know, just because I was so happy.
Game-changing plays like that are nothing new for Lennon, who leads the team in tackles as the starting linebacker, kicks the field goals as the starting kicker, and is one of the best running backs in Hampton Roads.
He's only started 11 games ever as a running back. For him to have 11 games under his belt and all 11 over 100 yards, and I think 4 of them over 200 yards, obviously he's pretty good at what he does.
My dream has always been to play Power 5 football. From a young age, that's always been the goal, Power 5 football.
He's perfectly capable of being a college level, a Division I college level running back.
I'm Jordan Lennon. I'm the running back at York High School, and I'm your Player of the Week.
In Yorktown, Nathan Epstein for the Sports Wrap. Hey, Lena, right behind me, this is always one of the best high school football entrances in America. When Oscar Smith emerges from what they call the Tiger Cage, you can already hear the music blaring, the players start jumping up and down, the fans get hyped. It's one of the best entrances you'll see, and it always includes a big game around it. There's so much energy, and tonight, one of the biggest games in years for Oscar Smith. They're getting ready right now to face their rivals from the peninsula, Phoebus High School. Now, these two teams, they have been... No, let me try it again. Sorry. All right. Oh, good. They blurted out the. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hey, Lana, right behind me is actually one of the best high school football entrances in America. When Oscar Smith emerges from what they call the Tiger Cage, you can already hear the music blaring. There's going to be a smoke show, maybe a light show. The players are going to be jumping inside that thing, and when they come out, it is usually one of the most exciting, electric entrances you'll see. And tonight, no better game than to have that entrance. Tonight, it'll be Oscar Smith taking on Phoebus. This game is one of the most highly anticipated matchups in Hampton Roads. These two teams, 10 state championships between the two programs. 7 for Phoebus. They won 4 in a row when they played in Class 5, and 3 for Oscar Smith, the most recent coming a few months ago during that odd spring COVID season. And again, there is going to be a lot of anticipation. There already is a lot of energy around this game. You look around, the fans have already started filing into the stadium, what they call Tiger Stadium. These two teams are hoping to win state championships this year. Now, these two have actually played in scrimmages before the season, many years before, but they've never had a chance to actually go head-to-head in the regular season in a game that matters. And during that time, there have always been fans that have kind of gone back and forth and wondered which team would do better. Tonight, we're going to find out our answer. Kickoff between these two teams is 7 o'clock. We're going to have all the highlights for you coming up tonight on another edition of Friday Night Flights. It's the regular season finale. We're going to have games from we're going to have the highlights from here and highlights from all over the area tonight at 11:15 on WAVY TV 10. From Oscar Smith High School in Chesapeake, I'm Nathan Epstein, 10 on your side. Back to you.
If you're a student athlete in Virginia Beach or a parent of one, an important vaccine deadline is coming up tomorrow. Back in September, Virginia Beach announced high school student athletes would be required to get vaccinated against COVID-19 or get tested for the virus weekly. Testing will be provided to families at no charge. That new policy goes into effect November 8th. This affects Virginia Beach high school students who intend to participate in Virginia High School League winter activities or athletic conditioning that requires a physical for participation. When the decision was made a few months ago, Jack Freeman, the school's chief operations officer, mentioned athletics are high-risk activities and that indoor athletics increase that risk even more. You may also remember Virginia Beach City Public Schools canceled multiple football games this fall, citing safety protocols associated with COVID-19. Virginia Beach City Public Schools is the third division in the region to issue such a policy. Chesapeake and Suffolk issued their policies prior. I'm Aisha Tolliver, on your side.
Number 9, Aaron Evans.